It's a no-brainer for a list of no-nos. You shall not steal. But just as we've seen with several other commandments, there's more here than meets the eye. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas, and this is your daily devotional for Saturday, July 19th, 2025. 10 Commandments. A pretty short list of some of the most basic rules for human life in community. But not just any human community, God's community. Some of these commandments are clearly universally applicable, no matter what community we happen to live in. Others are rather particular to Israel, to God's holy community. The 8th commandment is one of the shortest, only 2 words in Hebrew, literally, no stealing, or more precisely, you shall not steal, a negative command. Great! Open and shut case. End of devotional. Well, maybe there's a bit more here to it. 3 things are worth mentioning. First, theft. Taking something that rightfully belongs to another person, especially in the ancient world, wasn't simply about taking someone's stuff. It was about depriving another person of the things they needed to survive. In the ancient world, people often struggled on the margins of survival. When droughts came and caused famine, people died. When floods wiped out crops, people died. We see this to some extent in our own world today, especially in very poor countries where many live on or less than the equivalent of about $2 a day. I mean extreme poverty. Many in the ancient world lived on the edge of that kind of poverty, probably most people. So to steal, for example, someone's fishing nets or farm tools wasn't just to take their stuff. It was to put them at an enhanced risk of starvation. Second, theft is a threat to the stability of an entire community. It threatens to eat away at the bonds of trust that keep a community together. When theft occurs, especially in smaller communities, it often causes people in the community to lose a sense of trust in one another, to look at each other with suspicion. When that occurs, cooperation diminishes, friendships fray, and life in community becomes more challenging than it needs to be. Third, in the ancient world, a person's property was seen as an extension of the person, him or herself. It's not just my stuff you're stealing, it's part of me you're stealing. As such, to steal is to diminish the other person as a person. In a sense, we can identify with this. Most everyone I know who's had stuff stolen from their homes reports feeling violated. It's not just the loss of stuff that hurts, for especially in our day and age, most stuff can be replaced. Most of us carry insurance to cover such things, and when people are arrested, tried, and convicted of theft, there is nearly always a requirement that restitution be made. But even if the stuff is replaced, and even if the original stuff is returned, people have a hard time getting over the feeling of having been personally violated, even if they themselves were never touched. Steal my things, and you steal part of me. Now, I know some dreamers who think that if we did away with ownership of things and simply held things in common, the problem of theft wouldn't even exist. I think that's a nice thought, but I don't know of any society larger than a small commune that could ever expect to live under such arrangements. For the rest of human society, property is simply a reality, and theft is therefore a constant possibility. And it's one of the things that can tear apart a community. On Monday, no false testimony. But for now, may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.